Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. And here we can check out the story for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, actually out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Howard. Then there's McHale. And it's Hudson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Mobley is out there with Robinson. Then it's Marley, and it's Hill, and it's Cousy, and it's the point. Well, we know this should be a heated battle down low. Both teams, Clark, pride themselves on rebounding.
And we know rebounding is one of the key factors, along with turnovers, field goal percentage, and free throws in terms of determining the outcome of a game. So we'll keep an eye on the rebounding battle in this one, because that is the strength of both of these teams.
Here's Howard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You gotta feed Howard the rock when he's in the paint. He commands the ball whenever he has that kind of position.
Mobley with the bounce pass. Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
The Pelicans coming to this one after the win against the Celtics. Maxey kicks to Howard. And yes, it's good. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Cousy passes to Robinson. Here's Cousy. Hill finds Robinson. Over Howard. Robinson misses.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Wade, right side. Pass to McHale. And it's good, 2 points.
As we like to say, a guy like McHale is a problem. He's such an excellent scorer in the low post.
Mobley outside. And here is Hill. Robinson a screen on Hudson. Hill passes to Robinson. And stolen by Howard. Maxey feeling it out a bit. The 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
To the inside. Here's Robinson. And that time, also a missed shot.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Wade against Marley. No good from Wade.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And stolen by Maxey. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Marley against Wade. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Robinson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Cousy. Yes, that goes in.
And that's a sense of the IQ of Cousy right there. He just knows where to be in transition. One of the more intelligent players we have.
Now, here's Wade. His last outing with 20 points. From 6 feet, and the shot is long. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Hill passes to Cousy. Mobley a screen on Maxey. Now Mobley. Right side Hill. Pass to Marley. It's stolen by Wade. Wade on the wing. Maxey with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Really, really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
Here's Cousy. Hill inside. He's covered by Hudson. Shot clock at 6. On deep, Marley. Rebounded by Howard.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wade kicks to McHale. To the middle. Here's Maxey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Timberwolves, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out New Orleans. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've done a great job putting themselves in the best position possible. Tons of confidence heading into the postseason for this group.
Now here is Hill, still without a basket. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Tell you what, good luck trying to stop Hill inside. I mean, once he's this deep, the defense is done.
Pass to Howard. Now Maxey. Screen by Howard. Maxey, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nice timing by the big fella Howard. Outstanding being able to get that rejection.
Now here's McHale. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Booker's checked in. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
Out to Wade. Launches it from deep. Mobley with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Booker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
McHale setting the pick for Maxey. Tries the spin move. Inside. Stolen by Robinson. With 3, Booker. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Now Hill, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Doubled by Maxey. A kick out to Mobley. Robinson a screen on Howard. Again, the miss by Booker. Pelicans leading by 5. Pass to Dandridge. Back to Maxey. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And a big game here for both teams, Clark, as they jockey for playoff position.
Well, we know playoff seeding can make a huge difference in how you advance or not in the playoffs, and being in a position to secure home court is certainly something you'd like to have. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams treat this just like a playoff game.
He's checked in for Minnesota. And now, here are a set of teams that have held their opponents to very few points in the second half of the season. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
And so here is New Orleans, leading by 5. Here's Wade. And again, no good by New Orleans.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Wade against Booker. Five to shoot. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
T-Wade on the wing, defended by Booker. Yep, it counts. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And you gotta like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Here's Mobley, and is out of bounds. They say was last touched by Mobley.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Francis. Still yet to score. Screen by Howard. Popped up there for Howard. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Cousy. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Rockets in Houston. Booker against Wade. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Booker. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Francis. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Howard, the pass to Francis. Over Cousy. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 5. There's a screen by Robinson. Cousy passes to Mobley. Outside Robinson. Booker with no one around. Off target from outside.
You know he wants that one back. Right in his wheelhouse.
Here's Francis, defended by Booker. Here's Francis. David Robinson with the rebound. 1:11 left in the first. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
They set the pick. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Francis passes to McHale. The shot misses. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Cousy. Robinson passes to Booker. Robinson a screen on Wade. And so it's Dwight Howard making highlights for the Pelicans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Maxey. Dandridge is out there with Boozer, and it's Sigma in at the center position. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for New Orleans.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back to you guys.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look.
Oh!
Man. Boy, really love the athleticism Francis has. Gets off the floor quickly to jam it home.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Booker outside. Hill drives in. Dandridge pulls it in.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And Devin Booker in the paint.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Booker against Maxey. And stolen by Booker. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
I want to see more blocks from Sigma, given his huge size and excellent timing.
The Timberwolves made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Minnesota making a switch here. Marley's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Hudson's checked in. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Pope.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Pass to Hudson. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
An exceptional finish from Boozer, just powering through the tough cover.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Pope.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Boozer.
And Boozer, quite the efficient scorer, a banger in the post, who also has a very solid and reliable mid-range shot.
Ilgauskas is screen on Maxey. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Down low, here's Sigma. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one is on Ilgauskas.
Get that ball to Sigma near the bucket, because that is winning basketball.
Robinson's checked in for Minnesota. And a change for the Pelicans. McHale's checked in.
Boy, the size and skills of Sigma, pretty unique for a guy his size, and I like seeing that. Plays to his strengths and very consistent as a scorer. leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
Hudson against Marley. Hudson the pass, Dandridge. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Cuts off the pass. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
He misses the free throw.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
And he sinks the second.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
Maxey against Booker. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Robinson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Hey, even when the defense gets physical and tries to rough up David Robinson, he does a really nice job staying with it and concentrating on his shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Maxey on the wing. Here's Sigma, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And he makes both free throws.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Robinson sets a screen for Hill. Sinks that one from the post. Hill's got 9. New Orleans leading by 8. McHale with a screen on Marley. There's the drive. Kicks it out to Maxey. McHale passes to Francis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Francis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Robinson sets a screen for Hill. Inside. Hudson against Hill. Hudson the pass to Sigma. Here's Francis. He's got 9. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to McHale. Out to the right wing. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hill, and Hill throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Maxey with the ball for New Orleans. Here's Francis. Pass to Hudson. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Maxey, no good.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
On the top of the key, it's hauled in by Sigma. Pelicans leading by 12. Outside, Maxey, three-pointer, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Timberwolves trail by 15. Booker outside. Here's Gugliotta. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston. Robinson on the wing. Here's Cousy. It's hauled in by Sigma. Sigma's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Hudson, and it's off from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wade outside, pass to Francis. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Fades away. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Wade, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on David Robinson.
I like the defense's hustle, but Wade smartly turns their efforts against them and draws the foul.
New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Oh, one of the most dynamic guards in the game. Wade can do it all on offense and is also a terrific shot blocker at that position.
Mobley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hill comes in for Booker. Both free throws good from Wade. Timberwolves trail by 13.
Big time slam by Dan Marley gave the defense no chance to stop that one.
And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's blocked. Here's Cousy, defended by Majerle. Pass to Robinson. A kick out to Mobley. And the lead is down inside single digits. Mobley's got his first 3 points of the game.
And with hard work, Mobley's turned himself into a legitimate three-level scorer.
Now, here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. Robinson with the block. And they'll get another chance. Clock is at 3. Wade passes to Majerle. And the Pelicans miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Howard against Robinson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
The defense trying to pull out every single stop it can against Robinson inside, but his size and strength, too much for him.
Pass to Hudson. Howard with the screen on Hill. Here's Hudson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And Hudson, I mean, this is a guy who scored 30 points in a college game with a broken hand. That's why they call him Sweet Luke.
Robinson against Howard. Outside Robinson. Here's Cousy. Yep, that one goes in there. Cousy's got his second bucket tonight. Pelicans leading by 6. Up top, Maxey. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston. Pass to Wade. Robinson with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's Hudson. And so it's New Orleans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Coach James Borrego. And, Coach, a nice effort so far. What's the key here in the second half, though?
Stay with our defense. That's the key. When we have our opportunities, push the pace. But we got to get stops, push it at them, and keeping a rhythm offensively at our point.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who were brought up playing the game this way.
And now, how about a peek at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs come into focus?
You look at the Timberwolves, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
that'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Timberwolves trail by 6. They've got Robinson. Mobley is out there with Hill. Then it's Marley. And it's Cousy in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And stolen by Howard. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Howard. Back to Maxey. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Howard. The 3. Maxey, no good. The Timberwolves shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. The drive by Hill. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Grant Hill showing you he can get physical when he has to, absorbing that contact, actually seeking it out to draw the foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, Grant Hill is a total class act and a special player, too. A hard worker, shows up for his team every game, and really tries to make everybody on the floor better.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Wade with the ball for New Orleans. And it's sent back by Hill.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Pass to Cousy. Robinson, a screen on Maxey. Cousy passes to Robinson. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Tell you what, when David Robinson is playing with confidence like this, he can really pile up the points.
To the paint, stolen by Robinson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Hill. Pelicans with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Howard. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on David Robinson.
Nice job of concentrating on the basket that time by Howard. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eyes on the basket.
That's good from Howard.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Mobley looking it over. Robinson sets a screen for Mobley. No good from outside. Pelicans leading by 8. Wade kicks to Maxey. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mobley, a screen on Howard. And stolen by Howard. To the middle. Here's McHale, and it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
You can see how Maxey has developed as a facilitator. This coaching staff has a lot of trust in him.
Mobley, a screen on Hudson. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's Wade. A dunk by Dwayne Wade.
Oh, slick with the rock. Wade making move.
Robinson, a screen on Maxey. Cousy passes to Robinson. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And stolen by Mobley. Here's Hill. Pelicans with the rebound. McHale's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Outside, Maxey. Shot clock at 5. There's the steal. Fast break. Here they come. And it's Hill with the jam.
And the instincts of Cousy knows when to jump on passing lanes and take chances on those steals. Good gamble.
McHale passes to Maxey. Clock at 6. Cousy with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Hill, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Robinson. He's averaging about 19 points per, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Robinson with the block. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. To the inside. Hill. Good. Nice job down low. And now it's just a 4-point Pelican lead.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Here's Maxey. 14 points for him. Pass to Hudson. It's stolen by Hill. Over Howard. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Hill. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities, just tearing the opposition up in terms of denials.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Marley. And a change for the Pelicans. Dandridge, he's checked in for Hudson. And stolen by Booker. Devin Booker attacking. He nails it, and we're tied up. Booker's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Booker against Wade, trying to get something going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Oh, high motor play by Wade. The defender fouls him, but he still is able to get his shot off.
And he knocks down the first one. And Wade drops them both. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Timberwolves passing it around. Kicks it out to Booker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
McHale looking for an opening. 5 on the clock, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Booker outside. Here's Hill. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Maxey finds Wade. Howard with a screen on Booker. Here's Wade. And Wade slams it in.
And the power of Dwayne Wade on display. Rare for a 2-guard.
Mobley a screen. Hill passes to Mobley. It's stolen by McHale. Here's Dandridge. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Pass to Robinson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
Boy, you can just tell the guys on his team look up to Robinson out on the floor. I mean, he's got such leadership qualities, and that's exactly what you want from your best player, a guy who can really galvanize the troops because they respect him so much.
And the second free throw, good. So it's the Pelicans now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
First in opponent points per game. I tell you what, they have lived off their opponent's mistakes. They are first in the league in points off turnovers. Just suffocate you with their pressure defensively.
And the defense you brought up, holding opponents to the lowest shooting percentage in the league, we can't even begin to describe how hard they are to break down. Wade kicks to McHale. Back to Wade. 6 to shoot. Pass to McHale. Mobley with the block.
That's the defensive player of the year there. Mobley with the denial, making sure the ball didn't get to the rim.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pelicans leading by 5. Wade outside. He takes it in. Oh, Dwayne Wade with the burst.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Booker outside. Cousy passes to Hill. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Here's Hill. He's got 21. Pass to Cousy. And he banks in the layup. Cousy's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you, Cousy is pretty crafty down there on the block. Has that sense of how to score in traffic.
Wade finds Maxey. There's the pick. Wade passes to Sigma. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Sigma's got 7 points. Gugliotta's shot is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Boozer. New Orleans moving it around. Wade against Booker. Fader on the way. The shot by Wade, no good.
Love the spin move right there, but he couldn't quite gather himself for the shot. He may have spun himself dizzy out of the spin move.
Hill drives in. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And he makes the first. Hope he's checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Hill. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Well, Maxey has proven he's got a good eye out on the floor. He'll spot those gaps in a minute.
Here's Hill. That misses off the backboard. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Francis. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Boozer. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Boozer's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Sigma's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hill against Dandridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the elbow. It's not going to go for him. Hill with some nice D. Booker outside. Here's Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Looking to end his cold spell, and we've reached the end of the third. Pelicans on top. They lead by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Dandridge is out there with McHale. Then there's Hudson. And it's Sigma in at the 5 down low. Here's Francis, defended by Booker. Pass to Sigma. Here's Hudson. Launches it. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Dandridge. Here's the break. Pass to Marley. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Sigma's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Francis. Six on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Booker, it's hauled in by Sigma.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to McHale. Hudson against Marley. Connects on the 17-footer. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Hudson. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Marley no good. Pelicans leading by 8. From outside the arc, they get the rebound. Pass to Francis. And stolen by Booker. Fast break, Minnesota. Pope kicks to Booker. And he gets the bucket. New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Francis, defended by Booker. Too open that time, made it look too easy. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Robinson. Over Sigma. McHale with the rebound. McHale's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hudson the pass, Dandridge. Here's Francis. Shot clock at 6. And no good that time. Good D by Booker. Drives to the hoop. Marley kicks to Booker. Nice move. It's blocked. Here's Francis, defended by Booker. For 3. Francis' shot is off.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Pass to Booker. Here's Pope. Gugliotta passes to Marley. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He knows every possession is critical now. Says something for us from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Over to the wing. Here's Cousy, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
He's hard to stop when given any room to operate at all.
Second team foul.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
New Orleans leading by 7. Wade, right side. Here's Boozer. Good D by Mobley. Minnesota shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Marley no good.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going on.
Oh, and the dunk by Howard.
Vintage Howard right there, reminding us why he used to compete in the dunk contest.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Cousy. Pass to Ilgauskas. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Ilgauskas has got his first points of the game.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Wade. Kicks it out to Maxey. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, he feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now he 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Robinson comes in for Ilgauskas. And it's Devin Booker in for Marley. New Orleans also making some changes. Majerle comes in for Carlos Boozer. And it's Dandridge in for Hudson. Mobley the pass to Cousy. Just 5 on the clock.
And Cousy, just an all-around talent, superb passer who also rebounds well at his position. And guess what, folks? He can also score with the best of them.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Marley's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Hudson's checked in for Dandridge. And so he hits both. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the middle, here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Bounce pass from Hill. Pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
That's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Wade outside. Kicks it out to Maxey. Howard setting the pick for Maxey. Fires the 3. The second effort. Howard misses. Timberwolves trail by 9. And here's Marley. Pass to Cousy. Marley with a screen on Maxey. Now here is Hill. Over Hudson. Pelicans pull it in. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside, Maxey. And here is Howard. He's guarded by Hill. That's good from Howard on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Cousy. Robinson a screen on Maxey. And stolen by Maxey. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And stolen by Mobley. Here's Cousy. He's covered by Maxey. A 3 from Marley. Can't get it to go.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And it's sent back by Hill.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Here's Cousy. Shoots the three. It's off target.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Wade outside. Hit the teardrop. That free throw, no good. He's off on the second. Timberwolves trail by 11. It's stolen by Majerle. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. The putback, hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
And Howard really gets up for those putback slams. That's the price you pay when you give him room.
And that one is good.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pelicans leading by 11. Wade on the attack. Robinson with the block. Marley with it. Wade picks him up. The shot is good.
You know, Hill can turn it on so quickly. Once he buries a couple of quick shots, then that basket starts to expand.
Marley against Wade. Majerle outside. Lock at 6. Hudson against Hill. Mobley there for the rebound.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Robinson, and that one is good.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Wade against Marley. Count it! A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Finishes inside on the nice dish. Here's Maxey. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Maxey sets a screen for Wade.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Second team foul. 2 shots. Dwayne Wade.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Beyond the arc. The shot is off. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Dwight Howard.